morning, everyone. Cheers.
Cheers.
Welcome to Toad TV. I am Mary Beth.
I'm Helen.
And we are the creative hands and minds behind Toad Hollow. Put my hair up in a bun while it was wet, and look how slicked back it is.
I put mine up yesterday while it was still wet. And I took it down when I was going to bed last night. Huh, my hair's still wet.
Yeah. That's thick hair for you, you know. My hair's thin, so it
Also,
usually dries very quickly.
I think my hair is longer than it's been since I was 13.
It is very long and very curly.
I'm embracing my curl.
It is very curly today. It looks so good.
Yeah.
But it's very curly. Okay.
Enough about my hair.
Enough about you. This isn't all about you, you know.
That's halfway about me.
Okay. All right. So, questions and comments from yesterday. Jillian Roberts says that she loves the jumper. The colors are gorgeous. Could you please give me the name of the pattern? It is the Cromwell pattern, and I gave you a link to it on the questions. It is by Bobby Intfeld for Blue Sky Fibers. And it's really, really cool. Love it. Okay. Tanya wants to know, how did the Tri-Wizarding tournament go?
It went really, really well.
It did.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
We are going to be announcing winners on Monday.
Okay, so next year we're not doing points because this is just way too much stress for me.
Well, it turned out it was great. There were so many of you that joined in this year. You guys kept us. I mean,
It was really good, and your projects were amazing.
And the projects were great and everything like that. It's just it got a little much with everything else we had going on to keep track of the points. So next year it'll be just like random prizes.
Yeah.
So,
but what we're going to do is over the next couple of days go through our Facebook page and our Ravelry page and see who did what and make sure that we have all the points right. But it is going to take a little bit of time, and we have a couple of other things on the plates, like the Halloween Advent that we've gotten quite a few questions about.
Right.
So we are very, very sorry it hasn't gotten out yet, but
I would say
will be done.
Most of them are
this week.
Have been shipped, and the rest of them are shipping
today and
tomorrow. We did forget to put something in there.
Oh, right.
About this is the Halloween Advent. So if you got the Halloween Advent and you've been following the whole yarn shortage. So this year in both the Halloween and the Christmas Advent, you are getting a sampling of minis. So some of your days will be the 20-gram minis. Some of your days will be 20-gram tweed minis. Some of your days will be two 10-gram minis in the same color. So it's just, and then Christmas, one or two of the days will be sparkle.
Yeah.
So,
but they're all approximately 80 yards each. The two 10-gram minis equal approximately 80 yards each.
Yeah, I mean, you're getting 20 grams of yarn
each day.
Each day, it just may not be, and it may not be the 80-20 that we normally do.
Right.
It was just we had to bob and weave a little bit. So, but anyway, if you have not gotten your shipping notification yet, you will get it today or tomorrow.
Right. Okay.
And if you don't, then please get in touch with us.
Oh, you're right. Right. Okay, so Dee says that she can't wait to see the neckline on the Cromwell. Do you think it's a sweater made for wearing something underneath? I would say yes, just because it's a DK weight sweater, and I am looking at it as I'm knitting it. I'm looking at it as kind of an outdoor sweater for late fall. So you put it on over a t-shirt or a turtleneck or.
Plus, it's
It's not going to be that low.
Oh, in the picture, she's got a very relaxed neck.
Yeah, but it's to me it looks.
I mean, it's not plunging. It's just for the season in which you're wearing a sweater like that.
Okay.
I don't think you want this area uncovered. You want like a t-shirt or at least something on.
Yeah. So I would say yes. I am planning to wear a shirt of some sort underneath it. Yeah.
I think it would be great for a collared shirt.
Yeah.
If you have like a collared shirt coming out and then have the long, if it's longer, have the tails sticking out on the bottom.
Yeah, there are a whole bunch of ways you can wear it.
Yeah.
Karen Lair says she brought breakfast at Tiffany's to make for the car bath. Since she got it in Aran weight, does she have to hold it double?
No, I think holding that double is going to be way too thick. So you may just have to, I would definitely do a gauge swatch, and you may have to adjust your needle size either up or down just to get the right gauge for the sweater. But definitely don't hold it double. That's going to be way too thick.
Right. Because then you're going into chunky territory.
Yeah.
So, okay. Kate Costantino says, newbie question, why would you alternate skeins? Why would you alternate skeins when you're knitting your sweater? And a couple people answered her, but I have an example to show you.
And it's mainly because the yarn is dyed by humans. So no two skeins are ever, even with our best efforts, the same. So you alternate skeins to adjust for change in dyes, change in dye lot.
I did not alternate skeins. And you can see a definite line of difference between the two skeins. So,
and since we as indie dyers don't dye in huge batches, so we don't technically have the dye lot that you're going to get from a manufacturer, you're generally not going to get a sweater's quantity all from the same dye lot. So it's just always good practice to alternate skeins.
Yeah. So what I'm doing, this is the back of my sweater. I don't care that it's going to have a line of difference, but this would bother a lot of people. So that if that is something that would bother you, you don't want to do this. You want to alternate skeins and it will all blend together rather than showing the definite difference. Most of the time, it's not that drastic a difference. It's just for this particular time.
You know what it is? That's the same color that's in Christmas at Hogwarts. So that could be when we switched the actual dye. But for a heavy variegated yarn like Potions or Moonstone, there's so much going on that if there is a slight difference in skeins, it's not really going to show because it would just be, oh, well, that's just part of the variegation.
Right.
So you'd never even know.
The other thing you can do is, as I did with my JC sweater, you can put a thin stripe of a complementary color between skeins so that you have a stripe going across, so that it doesn't matter if there's a difference between the colors in the skeins because you've got something as a border between them. And for that, I just put one thin stripe going around the middle, and then I did the border for my sleeves, for the cuffs and the button band in the same purple that I used for my stripe, so that it looks like it's all meant to go together. And it just, I actually really, really love the way that one came out.
Yeah.
So it was just a, hey, you know what? I don't want to alternate skeins, so what am I going to do instead?
And generally people alternate every 2 rows.
Yeah.
And as you said, the Novelli is an extreme example.
Right.
Usually what happens is you're looking at the 2 skeins into the naked eye. There's no difference. Anyway, now that we've had a bird and dog intervention, generally when you're looking at 2 skeins to the naked eye, they look the same and you don't think that there's going to be a difference. And the only time you actually see the difference is where you switch skeins and there's a slight like color jog. So not as extreme as your Novelli, but there is a difference. I have a sweater that I use manufactured yarn. It's one of the very first sweaters I ever knit. And I just didn't pay attention. I would buy a couple skeins. I was buying, I think, probably from Joann's or something.
Oh, yeah. It's cotton, too, isn't it?
Yeah. Gosh, it's so heavy. I would buy a couple skeins at a time and, knit with them and then do it. And then, I mean, this sleeve is a different color shade. This sleeve is different. Oh, my God. I think it weighs like 50 pounds.
Especially when you get caught in the rain. Oh, my God. Okay. So that is it for questions and comments. I think that covers everything.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. All right. We got an email today that I thought was very funny. This is from Erica Jones. It's collab request from Athea Skin. I came across your IG, and from what I saw, you'd be perfect to collab with. My name is Erica, and I work with Athea Active Skincare for Active Women. I'd love for you to be one of our brand ambassadors and or participate in this month's collab of the month. So obviously she did a lot of research on our IG because we talk about skincare all the time.
Well, active women too.
Yeah, and what I really want to do is send her this picture and say, yes, please, I really need your work. You know me so well. Please send me your
Since you did, since you did so much research on us.
Here, I want to send you this.
And my favorites are the ones who do Dear Toad.
Yeah, right.
Because we're Toad Hollow on all our... And it's like, Dear Toad. Okay, so obviously the computer is doing, the
right.
whole macro thing. But it's just like, pay a little bit of attention. It's not that hard to find one of our names.
Oh my God.
And just be like, oh, I'm pretty sure their name's probably not Toad.
Right.
I should probably check that.
Or Dear Ms. Hollow. Oh my God.
Or this one. Hey, Toad Hollow NJ.
Right.
Oh, wow, thanks.
Oh my gosh. Okay.
I feel so personal.
So we wanted to talk to you about a show that we watched on Netflix.
Can you hear our cardinal?
That's the grackle.
No, the
cheeping
is the
yeah.
cardinal.
Everybody wants us to go inside.
Yeah.
We're infringing on their turf. Anyway, we watched this show on Netflix that we really enjoyed. I have a dog right here.
Speaking of wanting to go inside.
Yeah, the vampire is like enough skin. Okay. Anyway, so have you guys seen the home edit on Netflix? We followed them on Instagram. A gorgeous Instagram feed.
Yes.
It's the home edit, and it's absolutely gorgeous, especially if you like rainbows, because they love rainbows. And they do a lot with rainbows. But they come in and organize your house for you. And each of the episodes revolves around one celebrity and one normal person, and they do different things. Like they'll do somebody's garage, or they'll do somebody's kitchen.
A lot of pantries.
Neil Patrick Harris's basement playroom for the twins, a whole bunch of stuff. So it was really, really interesting to watch. And when I watch these kind of shows, I get very excited about organizing. And we have to go get boxes and things like that. And we have learned in the past that maybe you don't buy everything until you know exactly what you're going to do with it. More to the point, Helen has learned, because she puts the damper on things. I'm like, now we have to get this, and I want to get this. And she's like, well, why don't we figure out exactly what we're doing with it first?
Plus, I don't get excited about organizing. Never have, never will.
Yeah. So that it's really kind of cool the way they come through and organize, especially your pantry. I think it's really cool the way they do that. So we had a lot of fun watching that.
Yes.
So if you're into organizing, that's something fun to watch.
So our question, we were talking to somebody about it this weekend, was, do they just take everything that they don't want and just shove it aside and leave you another mess that you have to clean up so that they have a pretty reveal?
Probably. But I mean, they do go a little bit farther than I want to do, because I don't want to organize my books by color that I don't need. Although I do see what they were talking about, how kids...
I was going to say, I can understand it for a kid, how, they associate with color. So
right.
Putting it back in the right spot, because it's a red spine, so it goes in the red section.
Right.
But for me, no, because
I don't think I would want to do that.
Yeah.
However, I am OCD enough to, and I have done this before, list them in alphabetical order by author, and then alphabetical by title within the author's
We should
name.
see if we can find those pictures.
I have done that. And that took a long time, but I could always find the book that I wanted. It was a piece
That
of
I
cake.
can understand why. That's just a waste of time.
Yeah. And since we have moved several times since then, we have gotten rid of a lot of our books, which cut out a little piece of my soul each time I had to do it. But doing more and more on the Kindle and audiobooks, I do see that, we don't need to have all the paper books. Anyway, so we want to tell you about that and let us know how you organize your life.
Yeah.
because we can use help. I love getting all the accoutrements for it, and then I have to actually do something with it. On. So Amanda came down a couple of weeks ago and told us about HelloFresh, which she's been doing. She gave us a free coupon to get 1 free box. So we have HelloFresh coming tonight, and I'm kind of excited to see what's coming. Although we didn't get to choose what was in the first box. Thank God they didn't send us anything shellfish wise. Anyway, Helen just doesn't want to eat fish.
Helen doesn't like fish.
I keep trying to get
Helen
her to
is
try
of an age where she gets to decide what she eats and what she doesn't.
Oh, HelloFresh is coming today, so we'll let you know what we're doing.
Yeah.
And see how it goes.
See whether it's something we want to continue or not.
Yeah, because I went through and looked at next week's meals, because you have to choose ahead of time, and there's some good looking ones, like mozzarella stuffed burgers. Seriously? Okay, so we have to get going. Helen is going off to dye RBG.
Yeah, when they're 9.
And I am going to be packing up more Halloween advents to go out. And also I have to run to the post office because we have things waiting for us there. So I have to do that first. But we hope you guys have a wonderful day.
Yes. Go forth and create.
We will see you tomorrow. And for everybody who did the Try Wizarding tournament, Monday.
Yes.
We'll do it Monday.
Yeah,
Okay?
I have saved everybody's pictures that they sent me, so we have a whole montage to put in Monday's podcast, and we'll announce winners, and that will be Monday's podcast.
Okay. All right. Have a great day.
Bye.
Bye.